This is a book review of Linchpin. We are Accessory to Success, a website for business leaders, entrepreneurs, writers. We review a lot of business books here and have an email newsletter we send out once a week, sharing a lot of the takeaways from all these great business books. We also showcase new book releases. If that sounds interesting, head over to the website and subscribe there. There's also a lot of other book recommendations in this review. You can find links to those in the blog post as well. Let's move on to the main takeaway for this great book. Seth Godin writes great books. His writing is always very professional, and the caliber is high level. His style of writing is unique and reveals great perspective. As one of his strategy books, this is a great read for anyone looking to make a difference in their own life, their business, or at their job. This book will change the way you work. It will shake you out of your comfort zone and teach you the importance of being indispensable to your organization and how to do it. This advice is supported by many interesting stories and examples. Here are some bullet point takeaways of what you'll learn in this book. Understand what it takes to be a linchpin, the meaning of lizard brain and how to overcome it. Why to always put your best foot forward at your workplace. Importance of developing new talents, creating opportunities, and delivering. Importance of gifting people your time and energy in a selfless manner. Now on to the main summary. Done is the engine of more. This quote from the book wonderfully showcases Godin's merit as a writer. There is a world of truth in his small phrase. If you wait for things to be absolutely perfect, you will create less. However, if you can put out quality work quickly and consistently, you will rank much higher than peers and competitors. This is actually written about in great detail in the book, The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. Focus on output. Efficiently create more and consistently finish products. Get all thrashing, or changes, ideas, and struggle to get things done perfectly in place, done. Flush it out of your system and iron out wrinkles, because once you get to the later stages of the project, you cannot thrash anymore. It is then the time to finish. This section is a lesson in preparation and careful planning before starting. Another wonderful book about this by Seth Godin is Leap First, Creating Work That Matters. Seth Godin says thrashing in the later stages is the sign of a lizard brain. The lizard brain prevents us from creating things that are new and prevents us from putting ourselves out there and doing what we want to do. Control your lizard brain and enjoy the liberating feeling of trying to do great things and release your art to the world. For more on this topic, read the book Get Shit Done by Jeffrey Gitomer. Godin makes a case in point about J.K. Rowling, the renowned author of the Harry Potter series of books. She had written a whole book and decided not to publish it. She threw it away because of her lizard brain. She worried about how people would respond to her book. Fear paralyzed her. The resistance is afraid. The closer you come to unleashing the things it fears, the harder it will fight. Nervous energy prevents you from moving forward as you go closer towards finishing something that you have undertaken. The voice in the back of your head calls it silly, juvenile, imperfect, wrong, foolish, etc. It talks you out of it, and you prefer to remain in the safety of your comfort zone. Gene Case calls this fear. Talks all about fighting it in the book Be Fearless. It is this lizard brain that you need to overcome and put yourself out there. Fighting the lizard brain will lead you to stand out and become a linchpin, someone who's pivotal to an organization or irreplaceable. Much more about becoming irreplaceable in the book Think and Grow Rich. Seth Godin talks about how different people have different gifts, especially unique to them. He says, you need to find your right gift, and then you will really take off. Gifts not only satisfy our need as artists, they also signal to the world that we have plenty more to share. Develop an identity of a person who freely shares his gifts, and you will find people gravitating towards you and attracted to you. This book is easily considered a marketing book. Seth is a legendary writer in marketing, and in this book he shares the perspective that people do not buy commodities, they buy stories, relationships, or as he puts it, magic. A big element of it is trust. Consumers are determining whom they can trust and work with. The ultimate book on why customers buy certain products or services is Competing Against Luck. The book talks all about what it takes to be a linchpin. what you can do specifically to be successful in life, business, relationships, and more. It's about the characteristics of a linchpin and how to apply these characteristics in your life and work. Stop doing things differently and change the way you function on a day-to-day basis. Buy stories, invest in relationships, and trust in magic happening all around you. Know to trust and work with the right people and learn to keep at bay the things and people wrong for you. Tim Ferriss talks about making these choices in his book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Imbibe all the qualities and characteristics of a linchpin within yourself. Produce art or work consistently and freely share it to help others. Do not allow the lizard brain to sabotage thoughts and hold you back. Short-term comfort should never be allowed to override the efforts required for long-term success. And that is a lesson expanded on with great examples in the book Grit. The changing dynamics of the world are signaling that only linchpins will survive. Concentrate all your efforts to become one. Become the indispensable one, the linchpin. About the author, Seth Godin. Seth is an entrepreneur, marketing expert, author, and overall business guru. On his website, Godin says that his most important role is that of teacher, and Godin has spent much of his career educating the world on the business principles that have made him successful. Godin is best known for his innovations in the world of business and direct marketing. His advances in the world of marketing, internet-based marketing, and business marketing have been widely hailed as revolutionary, particularly in the age of the internet. Godin is also an accomplished author. He has written 18 books that deal with a wide array of topics, including marketing innovation, business philosophy, and personal growth. Many of these books have become bestsellers, with books like Purple Cow selling more than 150,000 copies. Godin's business prowess is born from experience. His career in entrepreneurship started more than 30 years ago in 1986. And when he left his job and used his savings to form Seth Godin Productions, a business that focused on book packaging and marketing, shortly afterward he met Mark Hurst. The two formed a partnership and founded Yoyodyne, an internet-based direct marketing company. The business was ultimately acquired by Yahoo in late 1990s during the height of the tech boom. Godin also founded Squidoo in 2006. This website was based on revenue sharing model in which users could create articles, also known as lenses. The website was sold to Hub Pages in 2014. Godin's professional success was translated into numerous awards, including an introduction into the Direct Marketing Hall of Fame and the Marketing Hall of Fame. On his website, Godin notes that he may be the only person in the entire world who holds a membership in both of these prestigious organizations. Godin remains active in the marketing world and continues to speak, blog, and operate a successful podcast. Godin is married to his wife, Helene, and they have 2 sons and live in Hastings on Hudson, New York. This has been a book review of Linchpin by Seth Godin. We are Accessory to Success. Thanks for listening. There's been a lot of other book recommendations. You can find links to all of those in the blog post. You can also buy this book on site if that sounds interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to our email newsletter. Find us on social. And thanks again for listening. We'll see you in the next review.